Hi, I'm Jushan,
And I'm Liam.
and this is Clutch Talk. Today we'll be talking about the NBA playoffs, all the big shots, big blocks, and our thoughts.
From all the exciting series we have seen, let's start from the beginning.
Liam, you see the Lakers vs. Wolves series?
I did.
What's your thoughts on it?
I think the Lakers are not meant to be in the playoffs and that they're horrible and they're overrated.
I'm a big Lakers fan, so
Pretty dookie.
no, Lakers should have won.
No, we shouldn't.
It was a poor performance by Luka.
Bro, they got ran over by Ant.
No, Luka. If Luka was skinny like how he is now, they would have won, bro.
They wouldn't have.
Yes, they would have.
Luka's not good enough to take down Ant.
Yes, he is. If he could move his feet faster and he didn't
No.
get... And if the Lakers had a big, they would have...
But they got rid of their big because they're stupid.
No.
They got rid of their big.
If Luka Doncic is on the...
They would have done better without Luka, bro.
If somebody's offering you Luka Doncic, you're gonna accept it.
No, bro.
Yes, bro.
Like, I don't even know how they got offered him in the first place.
Bro,
And
it's
then it was
'cause-
just a waste.
No.
Yes.
Luka Doncic is the second best point guard in the NBA, behind Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, easily.
And Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton
And
is
Andrew
not.
Nembhard.
Andrew Nembhard is crazy, bro. But, like, Lakers should have won.
No.
Yeah, if they had a big and Luka was...
Dude, it was 4-1.
Yeah, I know. If they had a big, Rudy Gobert would have been held to 6
You can't
points a
even
game.
say that because it was 4-1 in the series. They only won one game,
Yeah, I know.
which means they obviously weren't good enough.
They just needed a better defense. If they had better defense, they would have won.
They're just
They
not.
had,
They're just not goal.
in Game 5, their starting center was Dorian Finney-Smith.
Yeah, their team's not meant for the playoffs.
Yeah, I know. If we had a big, other than Jackson Hayes, we would have won. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Yes.
I still don't think you guys would have beat Ant.
Yes, we would have beat Ant. What are you talking about? Yes.
No.
And Anthony Edwards had a great series. He had a great 2 series, but then he got clamped up by Lou Dort.
You're not wrong about that.
Yeah.
That's also because OKC is a powerhouse and they're...
Yeah, clamps, straps, whatever you want. Lou Dort, Lou Chamber. He clamps all day, buddy. Yes.
Dude, they're going to lose the Pacers anyway, so it doesn't matter.
OKC is probably going to lose to the Pacers, yeah.
What's the score in the series right now?
2-2. Game 5 tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
What time?
5:30.
Gee.
Let's go to the Rockets Warriors one. What's your thoughts on that one?
I think the Rockets should have made it to the semis.
Yeah, same. Jalen Green played horrible in 2 games. And they get like 7 points in a game.
Jalen Green isn't even the powerhouse of their offense.
Yeah, no. Alperen Sengun had a great series though. He was
And
also
Amen Thompson.
Amen Thompson had a great series. He had like almost 30 in the last game.
Yeah, it's because he's their future.
Yeah, no. But Sengun played really well too.
Yeah,
But he had somebody who was 6'6" guarding him.
yeah, he can't like lock up bigger players.
No.
He's skilled, but he's not good enough.
Who's Sengun?
Yeah,
Yeah. But his offense is really good.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think. What was the score in that series?
It went to 7.
Really?
The Warriors won in 7.
1?
1-7, yeah.
Warriors didn't. They won.
Yeah, Warriors won the series.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Bro, second round was Wolves versus Warriors. Remember Curry got injured?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
The Rockets are better than the Warriors. Curry's getting washed. LeBron is washed. LeBron's gonna retire.
LeBron is the greatest player of all time.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
And he's
not.
top 10 this year.
No.
He was top 10
Top
this
10
year.
is an insane take. Andrew Nembhard's better than LeBron James.
What does that take? Horrible
That's
take.
not a take. That's facts, bro.
Horrible take.
That's not a horrible take.
Name the 10
10 players?
Name 10 players better than LeBron.
Amen Thompson. Andrew Nembhard. SGA.
Okay, I'll give you SGA. That's fine.
Tyrese.
No.
Tyrese Halliburton's better than
No,
LeBron
he's not.
James. LeBron James is too old now, though.
No.
Andrew Nembhard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
So you name 1. SGA, that's it.
SGA. No, this is my opinion.
Okay, so 3. SGA. SGA, Andrew Nembhard, and Amen Thompson. Okay. Tyrese Halliburton. Who else?
Pascal Siakam's better than him.
That's crazy. Okay.
Who's better? Ant.
Okay.
That's Luka.
Yeah. Okay.
Anthony Davis is better than LeBron James.
No, but okay.
And
You have 8 right now.
Who else?
For
Jalen Green.
Bro, yeah.
Yao
no,
Ming.
No.
No. But,
No, there's not 10 players in the league better than LeBron.
yes, there is.
Okay, let's start talking about Eastern. Let's talk about some
Chet
Eastern.
Holmgren's better than
Let's
LeBron.
talk about some Eastern Conference ones. Let's talk about the Pacers versus Bucks. Did you watch any of those games?
Not really, but I know.
I watched Game 5.
I know the Bucks got destroyed.
Yeah, Game 5 was crazy. Like, it went to overtime. Do you know who Gary Trent Jr. is?
No clue.
He's like a shooter. He had like 35 that game. They're up by 1. They have the ball. They're trying to foul. They throw it to Gary Trent. Goes through his legs out of bounds. And then Tyrese Halliburton hits the game-winning layup.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton's hit like 3 game winners.
Four this playoffs.
That is
won every
insane.
series. First time ever.
That is insane to me.
And then his dad went on the court, showed Giannis who's boss. That was so tough.
The Pacers' offense is the best in the league right now. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, their defense.
By far.
Not by far.
The best defense is OKC. But their offense isn't. Like, their offense is good, but it can just get countered so easily.
Minnesota had a good defense, too.
Yeah.
What other Eastern
kind of
series?
fell apart, though.
What Eastern series went to 7? Detroit, did they go to 7?
Detroit and who? Yeah, Detroit and
New York.
New York, yeah.
You think?
Might have been 6.
Because, like, Cade had a great series. Yeah.
Cade Cunningham?
Yeah.
Bro, he needs to get on a better team.
I don't know. They have good young players.
They went to 6, I think. Yeah, game 6.
They went to 6?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, it went to 6.
Yeah, Cade had a great series. Did you see the Jalen Brunson's game winner?
I did.
Who was it on?
Jalen Brunson's the most underrated player.
I think it was Jalen Brunson's most underrated player. That's crazy, dude.
Other than Andrew Nemhard.
Andrew Nemhard is crazy. That's Canadian glaze, bro.
No, bro, he's tough. You see the step back on Shay's mouth. He should have won MVP.
That was so tough. Game 1, he has no, like, what's that word? He's not scared of anything.
Well, yeah, bro, he's dirty.
Even, like, 2 years ago when he was a rookie, he had a game winner on the Lakers. I remember that. Yeah, and then he, like, celebrated on LeBron.
Good, bro. LeBron's washed.
That was a horrible season for the Lakers.
The Pacers' offense is the best.
Pacers' offense is the best.
In the whole league. Just how their offense moves.
They have a better offense.
No, their offense is always moving.
Yeah,
they don't just have one player that scores. They just
Yeah.
have everyone can score the ball, and they're always moving, and it's always just constant motion in the offense.
Yeah, I agree with that, but the Lakers' offense is better ISO ball, bro.
Stop glazing the Lakers,
bro. Literally, your offense is ISO ball, okay? You should love the Lakers.
No, my offense is not ice ball.
Bro,
my offense
the
is
same
catch and
for
shoot,
Liam
bro.
Neville is every shot's a good shot, okay?
Yeah, so it doesn't matter, bro. That's not. I just hate the Lakers.
Bro, Lakers is the greatest franchise of all time.
You're joking.
No, I'm not.
That's actually a joke.
They have the most All-Stars, second most championships, made the most money ever, biggest market, most fans. They have LeBron.
LeBron is not the best player, but it's okay.
What other series was good? The Clippers-Nuggets series, that went to 7.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon's game-winning dunk. You see that?
Yeah.
That was tough.
And
Kawhi.
Just for them to get cooked.
No, Nuggets won.
Yeah, after.
Yeah.
No, at the next series, they got cooked.
Yeah.
Who'd they play again? They played...
Okay, see.
Yeah.
They went to 7. They just got cooked in Game 7.
Exactly.
Yeah. But...
just like OKC and...
that series is actually... I love that series. Like, Jokic against Zubac, 2 big white guys going against each other. It's amazing basketball.
Jokic is overrated. You should just go ride horses.
No, like, you actually think Jokic is not the second best player in the NBA?
Not second best, but he's top 10. But definitely not second best.
Who's better than Jokic?
Tyrese Halliburton is...
Andrew Nemhard.
SGA. SGA's better than him. Ant's better than him.
Okay. Tyrese Halliburton's not better, or Ant.
Yes, they are.
Jokic averaged a triple-double.
It doesn't matter. I don't think he's actually good though. Like I think he's just his stupid shot can't get blocked and he just hucks everything.
I don't know. But James Harden that series also had a good.
James Harden is the best player to touch the basketball.
Yeah, he's pure ISO ball, bro.
No, he's actually
no, he can dish now. But he had a great series. He had bad game 7 though.
prime James Harden.
Bro, James Harden.
Prime James Harden's the best thing.
But sells in game 7. Always sells in game 7.
Yeah, I know, but his bag work is unheard of.
I mean, Kawhi had a good series. He actually played okay defense.
Kawhi, I just wish he was still on the Raptors. Why don't you like the Raptors or something, bro? The Canadian team.
I do like them. They're just like, no, I just don't find them entertaining.
Well, yeah, now, because their team stinks.
No, I started
RJ
watching the
Barrett.
NBA in 2018. I was a Raptors fan, but I was also a Lakers fan. Like, Lakers, they didn't make the playoffs that year, the year that I liked them. It was the year that they got LeBron. That's the year that I...
Yeah, you just glazed LeBron.
No, I didn't even
Anywhere
know.
LeBron goes, I'll go with
Bro,
him.
I wasn't even a
I'll go
basketball...
with LeBron wherever he goes.
2018 is when I started watching basketball.
Yeah. When did you start playing basketball?
COVID.
Really?
Yeah. What about you? Day 1.
Grade 5. No,
That's
grade,
COVID.
grade 4. No,
Grade
right,
5,
right before COVID.
Yeah, right before COVID. That's when I started.
No, I was
I
definitely
played grade 5
I
basketball.
was definitely better than you, though.
Anyways, let's talk about the second round. Let's start off with the Wolves versus Warriors. I think the Wolves had a good chance. Off rip, without Curry getting it. Even with Curry playing, they had a good chance. They lost
I
game...
think they would have won with Curry playing.
Yeah,
but it
same.
would've been
They
closer.
lost game 1, but... Like, I still had them winning in 6. Liam, what do you think they would have won in?
I think it would have been 7 if they still had Curry.
They won in 5, though. They won 4 straight. Curry got injured game 1 or 2, and then there's no...
I still think Curry's too big of a game changer. I think it would have gone to 6 or 7.
Yeah.
6, 7?
It would have... I think Wolves won in 6. Like,
With Curry?
they don't have anybody really to stop Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards just had a bad game.
Yeah.
Game 1. Like, I remember I watched it, and he was, like, missing wide open mid-ranges. Like, like when I turned the TV on, he had the most wide open corner 3 air ball. Like, an almost air ball. It was front rim. And then... Well, they made conference finals. The 4 games were boring. Like, when Curry was injured, none of the games were entertaining.
They don't really have a lot of skill anymore.
Like,
they got rid of Clay.
and it was Draymond Green.
Draymond Green is and
like Jonathan
horrible
Kuminga.
player, just in general.
Jonathan Kuminga is athletic, but he doesn't have a bag.
They have young talent that's never played at a high level.
Yeah.
And
The young players are, like, good role players. They can't be the star. Maybe Pods could be a star, that's it.
I think Curry's starting to go downhill.
Yeah.
And that if they want to keep playing well, they need more people around them.
Yeah. They need, like, somebody like prime Clay. A guy who can shoot threes and play defense.
Yeah. They need another player.
Well, they had Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, but he's not.
He wasn't
He's
doing...
washed now.
Yeah, no, he did. It was not playoff Jimmy.
He's. I don't think he'll ever play like that again unless he's the only good player
I
on his
remember
team.
grade 8, bro. That was so
He's
tough.
only good when he's the one commanding the team.
But in grade 8, that was like, remember 56 against the Bucks?
Yeah. You know who's underrated?
Who?
What's his name? Spider.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
He had their first round was kind of boring.
They played in playoffs?
They were the number 1 seed, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Darius Garland's so shifty.
Who did they play first round? I think they played Miami.
Really? They lost Miami?
Yeah. Because Miami was the 8th seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd they lose to Miami? I didn't watch that
They
series.
beat Miami.
Really?
Yeah.
Who'd they
Cavs
lose
beat.
to? Who'd they lose in the second round to?
Pacers.
Oh.
I remember Okay, let's talk about that series, Pacers versus Cavs. So, let's just go to that game where, so they were down by like 7, I think, with like a minute left. They get a steal, and then they score, and then I think they were down by 2 with like a bit left. Tyrese Halliburton, and they were down by 3. Halliburton hits his first free throw. He wanted to make his second one, he said, but he missed it. Got his own rebound, went out to the 3. He had, do you know Ty Jerome? Yeah, he had him guarding him. He got into his bag, cooked him, step back 3.
So tough, bro.
That was the second game winner of the playoffs.
The Pacers are the future.
And then did the big ball stance after.
The choke celly.
The choke celly was in the conference finals. That was a great shot.
That was also like the coolest celly ever drop.
Yeah, I know.
So it was like perfect time.
If it was a 3, that would have been the greatest celebration of all time.
Yeah, I know.
That would,
it was like
that would
some
peak.
it was on like some Kevin Durant stuff. Like
that would peak LeBron's celly.
Ron Celly's so mad.
What are you talking about?
It's so mad.
You know who else? LeBron doing the big balls is pretty tough too.
No. No.
And then what other?
You know who I miss in the prime though? Russell Westbrook, bro.
So you just like players who don't like swinging the rock.
No.
Actually, no, he averaged a triple-double.
Exactly. What are you even saying?
Who else was?
Him and Kevin Durant, bro.
What other second round was good? Nuggets versus OKC. That was a good. That was a great series. They went to 7. Chase smile when they were down 2-1.
Oh yeah. And then he came back.
Yeah.
I can't believe that OKC even was ever down.
They were down in the finals too, buddy.
Yeah, I guess. But just in that series, I think they're better.
Yeah, they're way better than the Nuggets.
I think the Nuggets could have won, but
they have my least favorite player on the team, Jamal Murray. Like in the playoffs against the Lakers, he fries everybody. But against when he plays for Team Canada, he averaged 4 points. 4 points. 4
best player,
points.
what's that guy? Brun?
Yeah, LeBron.
No,
Brunson.
Brun.
Oh,
the white guy.
Yeah, the white guy.
He's so tough. You see his dunk on Gobert.
Yeah. And then didn't Rudy Gobert put him in a chokehold?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tough. I think that was a regular season game though.
No, it was playoffs.
That was playoffs? I think it was regular season.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought it was playoffs,
but that was a competitive series.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And then what other series? What was the 4th series? So there's Nuggets, Wolves. What was Eastern Conference? Oh, Knicks. Knicks versus
Clippers?
No, that's Knicks are the Eastern Conference, buddy. Second round, Knicks versus Boston. Boston would 100% won. Yeah, Jason Tatum tore his Achilles.
Oh, yeah.
Boston
was cooking them, bro.
Yeah.
That was bad.
But I think New York was up 3-2.
I still think Boston would have won.
Yeah, I think Boston would have won if he did.
Coming off that year, I think they would have came back.
Yeah.
They'd probably have one of the best built teams.
Mm-hmm. But I think, some people say Jason Tatum's not even the best on that team. He is.
He's by far. He's might be top 10 in the league.
He is top 10. He's top 5.
Yeah.
I think it's...
He might be 5.
Yeah, he's 5. It's SGA, Jokic.
No.
Giannis.
Jokic is not
Luka.
top 5. Giannis is not top 5 either. I would take Andrew Nemhard over Giannis.
Andrew Nemhard over Giannis is crazy.
Actually.
No, but it's SGA, Jokic, Giannis, Luka.
No way, you have Luka top 5.
And then Jason Tatum.
Luka is not top 5.
Yes, he is.
He's maybe 6. Luka's 6. Giannis is in top 5. Jokic is 4th. SGA, and then it goes Ant, and then it goes Tyrese Halliburton, Jokic, and then Jason Tatum, and then Luka 6.
Bro, Jason Tatum might be 4.
No.
And then Luka 5.
No. Yeah, I agree that he's better than Luka, but Luka shouldn't even be top 5.
Luka's tough. But
no, he's not good enough. He sucks at had you seen his defense in the playoffs? Might be worst defense I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, last year, you know what? He led the playoffs in steals.
Yeah, but this year he literally
It's
stood
'cause he
under
was
the he
injured.
stood over the rim.
He was injured.
I seen a clip him standing under the rim. Someone ran past him. He just watched him dunk
He
the
was
ball.
injured, bro.
It was brutal.
He was injured.
He wasn't injured. He's just given up. Like he just sucks. Like he doesn't play defense. He's too
Watch
slow.
next year, next
He's
year,
too
trust.
slow laterally to be any good.
Okay, let's talk about the conference finals. Which one do you want to talk about first? Knicks versus Pacers. Let's talk about Knicks versus Pacers after. Wolves versus OKC.
That went to 6, right? Knicks and
I think it was.
yeah, it went to
Yeah,
6.
Knicks and Pacers went to 6.
I mean, Knicks looked like they have a chance, and then the Pacers pounded them.
Knicks were up, I think, by 15 in 2 games.
Yeah, I know. And then they just sold
Yeah.
the cat. And it's
But
like,
in the second round against Boston, Knicks were down by 20 in 2 games. And they made the comeback. My Stadium Live hit so good. I won $486,000. Stadium Live. Yeah, and then 2 20-point comebacks in a series is tough. But then that's second round. In the conference finals,
Jalen Brunson's top 10 in the league.
that game 1, though, in the conference finals, that
Without Jalen Brunson, New York is not a playoff team.
New Yorkers, they have Cat.
Just with him, he's not a playoff. they're
I
not a
think
playoff-
Deuce McBride could be a good point guard.
Yeah, but he's not good enough to take them to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think they're right outside of it, though.
Right, even with Cat's the best center in the
He
East.
carries their team, like, so much. Not carries, but, like, he is, like, he is the heart of their team, the heart of their offense, their passing. He's the heart of every way they score.
He does not swing the rock, bro.
No, without him, though, like, they wouldn't score as much because he wouldn't draw as many people, and they wouldn't.
But then they fired their coach, so now who knows what.
Yeah.
And then,
They got to keep Cat and Jalen.
but in the Eastern Conference Finals, I think OG Anunoby sold. I think he missed his one free throw. And Aaron Nesmith, bro, he was on fire. 5 threes in a row.
I did see that.
That was crazy. I was watching it with my grandpa. My grandpa even was like, "That's crazy." And then Tyrese Halliburton's shot to like seal the game, to send it to overtime was crazy. Like he drove in, went out. I thought it was a 3.
That was the most, like, BS shot.
That was the greatest
But-
shot ever.
It was so random, bro. He was just running around on some Curry stuff and hucked it.
But then, and then Reggie Miller's also doing the commentary too. That was like so good.
And then he did the choke
Sally,
Sally.
that was
Toughest Sally.
yeah, I know. And then he said Reggie, they choked.
That was so tough.
And
So
then,
much aura, bro.
Yeah, I know. And then when they said called it a 2, I thought, oh, if they lose, he's gonna get flamed for like ever.
Wait, they called it 2, then they went to OT.
OT, yeah. And then if I was like in my head, if Pacers lost, he would go down as like that would have been like the cringiest moment ever.
I didn't even get to see the OT of that game. I think I had something. I don't remember.
Yeah, you might have had practice because I had practice when I came back to watch the game.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
had late practice.
Yeah, and then they won an OT. Jalen Brunson didn't have the greatest series.
Not against them.
No. Aaron Nesmith and Andrew Nemhard did a great job on him.
Nemhard's so tough.
Cat had 2 good games. I think he had like 17 in the fourth quarter.
So zesty.
But like he's a great player. He is.
He's good, yeah.
I think he's
like.
I
I think he's better than Anthony Davis.
yeah, I think he's the second best center in the NBA.
Who's first?
Jokic.
I agree with that.
Jokic, Cat.
Yao Ming.
Right, Yao Ming and 2 here is a cheat code.
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
Let's just go to the finals. So, game 5 tonight. Let's talk about game 1. So, I was in Chicago. I was at this pizza place. And they didn't have the game on, so it was like dead. We asked the owners, so he blasted it on the TV. It was like hotel TVs, like at a cheap hotel, like the small
Yeah.
TVs. It was like that, but the speaker was on 100. It was blasting, I couldn't see anything. And like OKC was winning the whole game.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
that.
they were up. Like I saw this picture, they were up for 47.93%
And then
of the game.
Wasn't Pacers up for like 0.47
No, 0.7
0.7 seconds
seconds of the game.
and they won? Was that Tyrese's pull-up midi
Yeah.
for the win?
Yeah. I think that was his best game winner of the playoffs so far. Unless he has one tonight.
So far, bro.
Yeah, so far.
You don't even know anymore.
I know. He had a great... He hasn't had any bad 2 games in a row.
He is like the captain of his offense.
Yeah.
You can tell, obviously.
He's a good leader, too. And he, lets his teammates...
You can tell he's the captain because as soon as they're in like a need situation, they just give him the ball.
Yeah, I know.
And set it up.
That's what they should do with me, too.
His coaches and his teammates have enough trust in him to make any play.
And he trusts his teammates to make shots, too. Like, he passes the ball willingly.
And, yeah, their team gels together really well.
Yeah. Like, him and Pascal, he can be ball dominant. Like, he sometimes needs the ball. But he can also play off the ball with Tyrese.
But also, Pascal's like he has won a ring before. He knows what he has to do.
And they have, Raptor superfan Nafbot there watching, too.
Yeah.
He's there wearing his Team Canada jersey. So, anyways, what's your prediction for the finals? Who do you got, OKC or Pacers?
I'm hoping Pacers, but I don't know who's going to win.
I
think it's going to be... It's going to go to Game 7.
I want it to go to Game 7. Game 7's going to be entertaining.
Yeah. I think it's going to go Game 7, but I think it's going to be close. It just depends if Shea is just out of his mind or if they're locking him up. That will purely... And also when the Pacers go on a run...
Yeah, it's hard to stop.
And, when they go on a run... Or when anybody goes on a run on OKC, they just they fall apart.
Yeah.
But when OKC goes on a run, they absolutely destroy everyone. So it just depends. But maybe they're trying to fix that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If Pacers can play better defense, they're playing great defense. But if they can play consistently good defense for the whole 48 minutes, Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and not let Jalen Williams do his thing. If they keep Shea under 27 points and Jalen Williams under 15 points, they're easily winning the game.
Yeah.
And they have to get rebounds because Hartenstein's a great rebounder.
One thing that OKC's been doing wrong, they're not getting back on D. Pacers love pushing the ball. And
even off a score.
And moving fast.
Even off a score, they get the ball in fast.
Exactly. They push it quick so they can
see
if they can get any free looks before.
If you watch college basketball, they inbound it so fast. I think Pacers are the only team that does it.
Yeah, and it works.
Yeah, it works very well. Because, the defense can't set up.
Yeah.
My prediction for the finals is Pacers and... I really want to say Pacers in 6.
I'm saying Pacers in 7, but Game 7's going OT.
I think Game 7's going to be hard for the Pacers to win. That much nervous, those many nerves.
Yeah, because they've never been.
And they're away, too, and they're such a young team. They're not such a young team. OKC's young, but they're still an unexperienced team. OKC, they were the number 1 seed last year. Did the Pacers made conference finals last year, though?
I think it's going to go Game 7 OT. Pacers are going to win.
Game 7 OT, that's a dream come true, man.
I know. That's what I think's going to happen, though.
That's so entertaining.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Me, some Popeyes. Great night.
That's the end. Thank you for listening to Clutch Talk by Liam and Jushan, and I hope you guys enjoy Game 5 tonight.